John, tell us how it all began.
Well, although we're celebrating the 150th anniversary of the present church building, the story goes back a good bit further than that. It all began in the early 1820s when the harbour was being built. The chief engineer, John Rennie, a Scotsman, came over to build the harbour and brought with him stonemasons and labourers. Being Presbyterians, they met in a loft in Old Dun Laoghaire for worship. As time went on, they outgrew the premises and decided to build a church here on York Street, as it was then known. And this building is now a community training centre. But again, they outgrew the premises and decided to build a new church across the road. At the time of the opening, the Irish Times commented on how handsome the building was and referred to its exquisite beauty. Why don't we go and have a look? Let's go and have a look.
John, we're in front of this beautiful arrangement commemorating our Scottish origins. There have been many in the history of the church family who've played a significant role.
The history of the church is not about the history of the building, but the history of the people who've been connected with it. And throughout the years, we've been fortunate in the many ministers we've had and in the many prominent members of the church, people who have played a huge part in the running of the church, membership of committees, Sunday school superintendents, secretaries, treasurers, clerks of session. Many were businessmen in the town. Alexander and Adam Findlater, right? Charles Eason and James Weir. They were members of the church, played a huge role in the running of the church through membership of committees. Charles Eason, for example, was Sunday school superintendent for many years and secretary for a long time. And we have here a lectern donated in his memory. He died in 1941.
It wasn't just being involvement in the church community, it's involvement in the community as a whole.
Yes. These businessmen that I've mentioned not only played their part within the church, but were involved in outside charities. James Weir was chairman of the board of the Adelaide Hospital for many years. We play our part in the community, and not just here in church on a Sunday.
We're going to talk a wee bit more about the life of the church as we look at our next item inside.
Yes.
John, we're in front of a cross-stitch display talking about different activities that we have here in the church family. Just tell us a wee bit about that.
I think it's very important that we understand that the church is not just one day a week. And the activities and organisations shown in the display are all part of the church's life.
Tell us a wee bit then how you got involved in the church family here.
I came to Ireland with my family in 1987. And in the days before the internet and Googling Presbyterian Church Dun Laoghaire, we had to look up the phone book to find the Presbyterian Church. And when we rang up, the then minister, David Caskey, answered. And after sort of welcoming us over the phone, he said, "You'll be doubly welcome if you do Scottish country dancing."
The theme for this year, John, is looking back, moving forward, and we've done a lot of looking back in the last few moments. But as you look forward, what are your hopes for the church family here in Dun Laoghaire Presbyterian?
I think that we would continue to witness in the community, witness to the love of God and express that. But I think also to give a welcome to the outsider with worship on Sunday and activities during the week. We do our best to make people feel welcome.
John, thank you very much.
Thank you.